Hello everybody, good afternoon. My name is Helian, the BSc Online Program Leader. And for the following session is for the BSc Online Program students only. Here is the outline of my today's talk, which includes the program of study, how we learn and how we teach, the way for assessment, and how we communicate with each other, and the expectations, your expectation from us and our expectation from you, and finally is the support the program provides. So the goal for you starting on the program is to get a BSc degree. And for this program, there are two awards, BSc Computer Science and the BSc Information Technology. In order to get the BSc award, a student is required to accrue 360 credit with a minimum of at least 120 at level 6. The program consists of 3 levels, level 4, level 5, and level 6. There are 4 level 4 modules with each having 30 credits. Level 5 and level 6 modules are a mixture of 15 and 30 credit modules. There are 2 types of modules. One is compulsory, another one is optional. Compulsory means you have to take those modules for your specific award, and optional one is some modules you can choose from. Here are the 4 modules at level 4. All 30 credit each. At level 4, the purpose is to build the foundation for the program in terms of knowledge and skills. So at level 4, we don't differentiate IT route, information technology route, from computer science route. In other words, both award routes share the same modules, all compulsory. And here are the level 5 structure. And the left-hand side column is computer science, and the right-hand side column is for information technology route. If you look at those modules, they are shared between the 2 awards. And for computer science, programming algorithms and the data structures is specifically designed for this route. Is mainly focused on how to program and the algorithms and how data structured, those technologies. And information technology, we specifically have information technology in organizations, such a module, basically to introduce how IT be applied in organizations. Software development exercise, operation systems and the computer network, contemporary issues, databases, all of those modules are shared between the 2 awards. The program at the moment is at the final semester for transition from the older program to the new program. So we also have such a module is offered, data management and applications. This is a 30 credit module, is available for both awards. For level 6, the structure looks more complicated than level 4's one and the level 5's one. I'm going to explain it slowly. Again, for the left-hand column is for computer science, right one is for information technology. For computer science, the compulsory modules are programming and software engineering practice, 30 credit. Computer science project, project planning. here's a 15 credit module. I'm sorry, I made a mistake. There are two sets of optional modules. One set for 30 credit, another set for 15 credits. We have 3 30 credit optional modules. You choose one out of the 3. And for the 15 credit optional modules, you choose one out of those 2. And in contrast, for Information Technology Award, Web Scripting, Information Technology Project Planning are 3 compulsory modules. 30 credit optional modules, same as computer science, and the 15 credit optional modules are same as computer science. You choose one out of the 3 30 credit modules, you choose one out of those 2 15 credit modules. So this is the level 6 program structure. One thing I would like to emphasize, programming and software engineering practice. This module is the core for computer science route at level 6. This is an advanced programming course. Please take the programming proficiency test, which is available on this website. Here is really for the recruitment website. The reason is this is level 6 module for those students who enter our program at level 6. Here give you an indicator as to whether you have enough knowledge and skills to take this module or not. Modes of study. There are, as I mentioned earlier, this program offers 3 levels, level 4, 5, and 6, with each level having 120 credits. At level 4 and 5, this program only offers part-time mode. In other words, a student can take 60 credits per year. At level 6, this program offers both part-time mode and full-time mode. Okay, for level 4 and level 5, for each level, because it's a part-time, and normally a student takes 2 years to complete each level. Level 6, part-time 2 years, full-time 1 year. So the whole duration of a student starting on the program, if you take part-time at level 4 and 5, full-time at level 6, that would be totally 5 years. If for the whole program, for 3 levels, you take part-time, so the whole duration of your study would be 6 years. Okay. Learning and teaching. We use StartNet, the university-managed learning environment, to deliver our teaching, and you learn from there. The system, StartNet, for each module is organized generally in such a way. It has an entry, module news. Normally, the module team, for each module team, they publish latest news over there. For example, if assessment is coming up, the module team might remind you of that. Module information, and that entry, normally you can see 2 documents. One is DMD, definitive module document, and the module guide. For module guide, this is what I would like to suggest you to do is, once you get into a module, this is the first document you read, because it contains the information about what's the module about, what's going to cover, weekly delivering plan, how the module would be assessed, assessment submission deadline, and reading list, etc. And the way how the module tutors deliver the module. Sometimes they might organize synchronize the session like what we are doing now at a specific time. And the teaching resources, that entry, you can see those reading, researching, taking online quiz, completing exercises, and sometimes you might be asked to watch a presentation, and or discussion. You ask to contribute to wiki, and most importantly, sorry, here shouldn't be indented there. It should be aligned here. Class discussion. For our program, while you're reading those teaching resources, if you have any questions, or if there's anything you would like to discuss with tutors or other students, you raise the topic at class discussion. And the module team monitors the class discussion, and they will respond correspondingly. Okay, assignments. And there are formative and summative assignments. Formative one is really feedback on the progress of your study, and the summative one is really to assess how you get on with the module. In another word, summative assessment results would contribute to your final grade of the module. Here is a screenshot I took from one of our modules. Earlier I mentioned on StudyNet, of each module, you can see module news, module information, teaching resources, class discussion, assignments. Okay, here's the example. Under the module website, user experience design, you can see module news, module information, teaching resources, class discussion, assignments. Later on, I will have provide a demo, show you how to get into each of them. Okay. I appreciate that majority of our students are working while they're studying with us on the program. So effectively schedule their time is a key to be successful. So here, provide some information to let you know, in order that to help you to schedule your time in a better way. Generally say, you are expected to spend on average 300 hours per 30 credit module. In another word, 150 hours per 15 credit module. Please bear this in mind when you plan your study. Assessment. For our online modules, under the DMD, it says all assessment is 100% coursework. By our university's definition of coursework, it includes essay, online tests, design, development of a software artifact, technical report, academic report, live presentation, peer review, teamwork, video logs, live demonstration, and Viva. It doesn't mean each module use all of those types of assessments. Basically, is some module might use this one, that one. Another module might use some, Viva or demo. One thing I would like to explain is online test. For some of the online tests, they might be invigilated online. And all of the online tests are subject to the same rules and regulations as examinations. And one more thing is, because our students geographically spread across the whole world, and for a test, say 1 hour test, we normally offer a 24 hours window. Within these 24 hours, you can choose the best 1 hour, suits you best to carry out, to conduct the test. And the detailed information, please look for it in the module guide. You might ask, from where I can find out the submission deadline for a piece of coursework. Basically, you can find the deadline for a piece of coursework in module guide and under assignments. I wanted to say it again. The first document I would suggest you to read for each module is a module guide, because there tells you the module delivery plan, when each week what contents would be covered, what you are suggested to do, and which weeks you're expected to conduct your assignments, and when would be the deadline, and etc. Those information. If everything is happy, everything goes smoothly, you complete your assignments, submit on time, but sometimes we do appreciate that's not always the case. And if you need extension in exceptional circumstances, you can apply 2 types of extensions. One is a short-term extension, another one is a serious adverse circumstances. For short-term extension, that's maximum 10 days extension. And serious adverse circumstances, that depends on the situation. For both types, you need to submit an application with support evidences. Detailed information can be found under the program website. Later on, while I'm showing you how to go through the program website, I will point out where you can find those information. What happens if an assignment you submit late and you don't have a genuine reason? The reasons can be accepted for those 2 extensions. For a piece of coursework, up to 1 week late after the submission deadline, your work will be marked, but the mark would be kept as 40% for that assignment. And this one doesn't apply to test. It's only for assignments. The coursework. Yeah, the timetabled test, this one doesn't apply. If your submission is more than 1 week late, your work would not be marked, and you would be, for that piece of work, would be awarded 0 mark. Okay. So please do look at, read the module guide at the beginning of the semester, basically next Monday for semester A, to schedule your time carefully. We do hope every student can pass your module, a module successfully on your first sit. Unfortunately, that's not always the case due to various reasons. Some students did fail some of their modules, some of the modules they taken. Okay, if a student failed module, and there are many components, saying there are 5 components, there are 5 assignments, with each one worth 20%. You might say, I failed the first assignment, but I passed the rest of them. But how would I know I passed the module or not? Here is the rule. In the module guide, it should tell you the passing condition on the module. Is a pass overall. Overall means is the overall, including all of the assignments, you would get a total of 40% or above or not. If you do, you pass the module, even you failed one assignment. But some module, they might have a condition saying you must pass the module and assignment, for example, 2. In that case, you pass overall, your overall mark is a pass. On the top of it, you need to pass assignment 2 in order to pass the module. Okay, here is another example, but similar to what we're talking about here. There are 2 assignments worth 50% each. If the module passing condition is passing overall, and for one assignment, you get 80%. That implies you pass the whole module. Even for another assignment, you get 0. Okay. In order to help you to plan your time around your other commitments, including work and family commitments, and we would provide assessment landscape, which provides a timeline for all assessment on the program. And that one, assessment landscape, will be published on the program website. Okay. When we're talking about assessment, we need to mention academic offenses. Mainly there are 2 types, plagiarism and occlusion. Plagiarism is the act of passing off the work of another as one's own. Just you submit a piece of work which is not done by yourself, but by another person. Yeah, that is plagiarism. Conclusion. The definition is, if the joint work of 2 individuals is passed off as the independent work of each, then they are both guilty of collusion. This means even the work is done by you, but by whatever the way, accidentally or deliberately, the work being used by another student, submitted as their work, both of the students would be guilty of collusion. So be extremely careful with the work you produced. Make it safe. Don't put yourself on the risk. Okay, here I would like to clarify. Peers can help each other on learning, but not for individual assessments. When we talk about plagiarism, just want to clarify the meaning of it. There are 3 types in general. Patching means joining text or paragraphs from various different sources. Paraphrasing uses someone else's text but expressing it in between of your own words. Self-plagiarism, be careful with here. Using materials from your previous study without acknowledging or referencing. Even the work produced by you but not on the program, you need to reference it properly. Otherwise, it's falling into plagiarism. Good academic practice refers to the process of completing your academic work independently, honestly, and in a appropriate academic style, using good referencing and acknowledging all your sources. Earlier, Helen covered this bit as well. Information Hubs have plenty of resources to help you develop good academic practice. As I mentioned, Helen covered this bit, so please do go through those tutorial sessions. Why, I spent a couple of slides on academic misconduct. Why is important? Because we want to avoid the risk of being accused of assessment offense. Why? Otherwise, you will get a penalty on it. Yeah. The penalty on the assessment offense varies depends on the severity of the offense, how much you copied other people's work without acknowledging or referencing it, and the number of previous assessment offenses committed by the student. This is something I believe everybody is interested after submitting their assignment, saying how would I know how much I received on my submission. The process of marking is like this. You submit your work and the module team would mark your work, publish provisional mark on StartNet, and for some modules they might email you individually. Yeah. Within 4 weeks of the submission. That's normally the university requires us to do. If you don't receive it within 4 weeks, you can contact the module team to ask for the reasons and as to when you can get the results. It's not only the marks, but also normally with feedback as well. And those marks are provisional. Why sometimes you might ask, why take 4 weeks? To get my mark and the feedback. That's because when we have big module, it takes time for tutors to mark all of the work, because we don't want to publish the results one student by one student. It's not fair to every student. We want to publish the results to all of the students at the same time. And also, before we can publish the provisional marks to the students, all of the marking, the standard, must be internally moderated. Internal moderation usually coming from school, who is knowledgeable in the subject area, but independent from that module. Yeah. So all that done, and then the module team can publish the provisional mark and on StartNet or email to you. Okay, you might ask, why you keep saying provisional? That is because your final mark, the mark awarded to your a module, must be proved by the module board of examiners before the mark can be recorded on student record system. Yeah. And each semester A, B, C, for each semester, at the end of the semester, and there is an exam board. Every single student's mark on each module would be proved by the board before the mark can be released, can be recorded and released to students on student record system. One more thing I would like to mention here. before the each module team submits the marks to the administrator. Yeah. All of the marking standard must be externally moderated as well before the exam board. The external examiner would go through individual module to check the marking standard and then provide comments at the board, yeah. And then for the board to justify the marks can be proved or not. So all I want to say is there is a rigorous process on marking. Okay. In the case if a student fail a module, they wouldn't be able to get 40%. What's going to happen? The board normally awards the student on that module FRFC as the grade. Yeah. FRFC, yeah, for our program because it's a coursework. C stands for coursework. F here stands for failed. Ref means referrer. Yeah, referrer. C means coursework. Yeah, referrer on coursework. Or FRAM. F stands for failed. RAM means re-enroll. Yeah, you have to re-enroll on the module. So what's the differences between FRFC and FRAM? FRFC means you need to get on the first seat between 20 to 39%. Yeah. If you receive that mark on that module, normally the board awards you grade of FRFC, which means a referral assessment is offered. If your mark is lower than that, you fail the module, you get the mark less than 19%, less than 20%, and the board normally awards you FRAM. You have to re-enroll the module, and the implementation of that is you need to pay that module again, yeah, for repeating the module. Because you repeat the whole module rather than just to do a referral assessment. Now we move to communication protocol. First of all, how the university contacts you. We email you, we publish information and news. Yeah, put a news item, and we might call you, or we might send you letters. Okay, and how you contact us? Because we have many students registered on various modules. In order to help us to answer your email efficiently and effectively, it would be really helpful. You provide your full name and your student ID, and also provide the relevant information, for example, module code. Yeah. So if you let us know your name, student ID, and the issue you raise or the questions you ask is for which module, that would be really helpful. Okay. This is the online program, so I would like to emphasize the online etiquette. Earlier I mentioned communication between us can be via email. Writing an email is a way of writing a formal mail electronically. It's also important to include proper salutation and signing off your email with your name, student registration number, as I mentioned earlier, and try to avoid using exclamation mark, question mark, and underline, because those things come across rather rude in most of the people's opinion. Also try to avoid using condescending, aggressive words, because in the world, when we live in a society, we want to be polite and respect others. Expectation. What you can expect from us. Our program provides learning materials and the learning environment starting at. Quite many of you have registered on it and playing around it. And with resources on e-books, electronic journals, and subject databases and skill support, which we mentioned. One of the examples is iSky, and in the program website, particularly for those international students, non-native speaking English students, there is academic writing skills website as well. Module guide includes week-by-week schedule, and so that gives you some idea on how you schedule your time. And also, we do support your study via mainly class discussion and email, some modules, Skype, and other means. Nowadays, those when we talk about Skype or even Adobe Connect synchronized sessions, those vary from module to module. All of the modules we use, mainly we use class discussion. And I do appreciate individuals are different. Some students prefer using StudyNet. Some students, they just want to talk to tutors via email because they don't want to expose themselves to public. What I want to say is, if you have generic questions on your study, I would encourage students to use StudyNet. The reason is, the question you have might be the questions other students have. Once the tutor responded on class discussion, that would be beneficial to the whole class. Okay, so that's why, in the first instance, for the purpose of, any questions on your study, please do post under class discussion. Earlier I mentioned, how many hours I need to allocate on my study. For a 15 credit module, you need to, I'm so sorry, that's 150 hours. 150 hours. And the 30 credit module is 300 hours, averagely say, for each student. Please bear that in mind when you schedule your time. We do hope you will be successful on your study, because your success on study is the success of the program. By all means, we would like to help you. This is online program. The system requirements are essential. Please make sure you have those. Otherwise, you might have a difficulty to access the teaching materials and have problems on attending, the online discussion and the synchronized session. And more seriously, you might not be able to do the required assessments. So please do make sure you have those. All of those information are on the program website, and also in the recruitment website as well. Before you apply the program, you should have access to those information. Fee liability and refunds. For the those information you can find under program website. If you have any queries regarding to fees, and you can ask the program administrator at this email address. Okay, talking about this program, we have been running it over 10 years, and we have more than 1,000 graduates. Majority of the students been very successful and then learned a lot and get a degree and apply the knowledge and the skills again from the program in their work, help their career development. Having said that, this the way how this program delivers might not be suitable for every student because a great deal of independent study is required. The BSc online program is a proper degree program, and it does require quite a substantial amount of independent study. When we talk about degree program, it's different from a training course. Our degree program provides rounded knowledge, computer history, trends in computing, big ideas in computing, not just teach you how to program in Java, the syntax of Java, like normally a training course provides. Also, our program give the opportunity for students to develop academic skills, including how to contribute to teamwork, how to give a presentation, and we teach those in the context of the study, of your study, as a vehicle. And the personal skills, those are transferable skills, which probably are beneficial for our whole life. How we express ourselves accurately, effectively, and the communication skills, all of those really are the program objectives. Okay? Withdraw from a module. For various reasons, you might want to withdraw from a module. For example, you say, I planned to study Module A in semester A. After, I'm registered on the module, suddenly, due to some reasons, workload suddenly increased or some changes at home, I can't really do that anymore. And then you can request to withdraw from the module. Okay? And also, you can withdraw from the whole program. Withdraw from the whole program, saying this is not a suitable program for me. Or, for the next couple of years, my situation changed and I can't carry on my study anymore, and you can withdraw from the program. This is, we talk about from your perspective. And also, you can be, sorry, not you, a student can be withdrawn from the program by the Program Board of Examiners for two reasons. One is your overall profile of achievement in the modules you have studied in the last academic session is not of a sufficient standard for you to continue with your study on the program. But that is at the discretion of the Board of Examiners, Program Board of Examiners. Another reason for the Program Board of Examiners to withdraw you from the program is you have exceeded the maximum period of registration on the program. And for the level 4 entrance students, the students study with us, study on the program from level 4, the maximum period on the program is 8 years. It's 8 years. And for level 6 direct entrance students, the maximum period of registration on the program is 4 years. Okay? And because the program allows you to stay, from level 4, for example, from level 4 allows you to stay on the program for maximum of 8 years. So sometimes, at some point, you might want to have a rest on the program for a semester. Okay, please bear in mind, a student can request to rest on the program for no longer than 1 academic year. Yeah, you can request to rest, but no longer than a year. This is the support provided from different levels, from top to here, university level. Yeah. This disability advisor can give you some advice if you have some issues, and counseling. For program level, me as a program leader, yeah, always there to answer your questions and try to address the issue you raise with me. And we have induction program which helps you to understand how the program runs. Later on, I show you how to get into the induction program macro side. And the student handbook provides comprehensive information about the program. For each, that's at program level. When you register on a module, for each module, you have module tutors. Yeah, you have to support you. You receive question to class discussion or email, and the tutors are responsible to respond to you. And for individual project, the final project, individual student would be assigned a supervisor. And also, very importantly, you can get the support from your classmates. Yeah. So please do make use of these resources. Learning resources, StudyNet, loads information over there, and ebooks, downloadable software. Later on, I'll show you this bit. And also, UH Online, they provide support from administrative perspective and educational technological perspective. Okay. For software, which I mentioned in the previous slide, the university subscribes to Microsoft DreamPark. Yeah, here's a link to access to it. So a lot of software, you just can download them for free. Okay. Okay. We talk about the StudyNet as our learning environment. Now I'm going to quickly show you how to access to the program website and one module website, and how to go through the materials over there. Okay, I will share my screen. Okay. Once you go to the home page of the program website, you will get some information, yeah, general information about the program. Me, the program leader, how to contact me if you have any questions, and the program administrator, yeah, how to contact them, and the educational technologist, how to contact them, module tutor, and the school student representative officer. Once I got the name, I will publish it here as well. Also, you as a student on the program, you can be the student rep to represent other students, to raise issues, to comment on the program, and etc. Okay. The first thing I would suggest you to look at is induction microsite. If you click on here, and here is our induction program. please go through page by page, which provides the full information on how the program runs. How the program runs. Where to find the key information and who to contact, and the different types of assessments used. So please do go through the microsite, which is very important. For the microsite, it consists different units. Our learning community, learning online, program overview, assessment feedback, and get yourself ready for next week. Teaching starts next Monday. Okay. So this is the first thing I would suggest you to go through, to follow, while you come to the program website. Okay, sorry. Okay. Under induction, here pointing to the same place, induction microsite, as I did show you, point to here. Okay, please do go through there. And under this link, at the moment, is empty. And once induction week is done, all of the recordings, including the one we are doing now, would be uploaded here. So for those students who are not able to present at today's talk, you can view the recordings here. Okay. Here is the resources for academic English online course. So please do go through there. Even you are English native speaker, I do suggest you to go there, have a look, because this is more focused on academic English. So here is the induction. Please do go through those things during this week. Program information. Program information includes those things. Program specification, basically how the program is structured. Okay. Module description, if you click on there are 3 files. Level 4 module description, one module by one module, level 5 and level 6. This would help you, particularly for level 6, to choose your optional modules. And the program handbook is which provides an overview of important aspects of the program. It's quite a big document, but I do suggest you reading through it during the week. Okay, program calendar, which tells you when the program starts, teaching starts for each semester, semester A, B, C. The teaching for semester A starts next Monday. Next Monday. An assessment. This assessment, how should I say? You need to check detailed information for each module on the specific, respective module guide. One more thing I would like to mention is, if you would like to withdraw from a module, we do have a deadline for you to withdraw for each semester. The information is provided there. And also, please note to withdraw and not to be taken to board. So those deadline is indicates that you withdraw, you mark on your name wouldn't be taken to the exam board, but you're still liable for percentage of payment. Depends on when you request for the withdrawal. The earlier you request, the less fee liable on you. Okay. During my earlier talk, I mentioned in the case when you will not be able to submit your assignment or do the test online, you need to submit a serious adverse circumstances application. For coursework, if you can't submit online within 10 working days, you can submit a short-term extension form. Detailed information, if you click on that, read the document carefully. One thing I would like to point out is all students should be aware they can only apply for SAC, yes, serious adverse circumstances, before an assignment is submitted or before they sit a test or examination. In another word, if you submitted your work, implies no SAC. If you're planning to submit a SAC, don't submit your work. Okay. Finally is the fees and the finance policy. This is a document provided by the university. If you have any questions on that, ask the program administrator. Okay, those are the program information. Class discussion and at the program level, currently we are conducting our induction. Yeah. Under the induction, there are 4 threads. Introduce yourself. If you follow the induction program, you know the web microsite I showed you earlier, there ask you to do those exercises. Yeah. Here you introduce yourself, who you are, why you take the program, what expectation you have on the program, and what would be the challenging things you can think of to do the study on the program, etc. And etc. Okay, please do participate. And for years, I have been enjoying in reading people's introduction of themselves, and really something, a lot of funny jokes coming out from the induction as well. Okay, any questions you ask, you just put up under this thread, and we try to reply you within 2 working days. Okay. When we're talking about the way we respond, in general, on this program, when you raise a question on StudyNet or email us, we normally respond to you within 2 working days. If for 2 working days you haven't received anything yet, please do send us a gentle reminder. Okay. So this is more or less the information or the practice or activity you need to do under the program level website. If there is any news, for example, I did post the webinar, today's one, on here to tell you the schedule, and there is a career fair, would be on this date. I post the information here, under the program news. Okay, just quickly recap. Under the program website, keep an eye on module news. Yeah. If induction program, go through it, the website, and all of the this week's induction talks recordings would be published under here. Here is academic English courses you might be interested to go through, and please do participate the induction, under this thread. Okay. That is for the program level on StudyNet. For a module, if I go to home, similar to you, and now I say go to a module, say user experience, which would be offered in semester A next week. The layout is similar to the program website. Module news, but this, when we published it, is only the students available register on the module to view it. Yeah. And the module information, which includes module guide, which I keep talking about. Yeah. First document you read for module is a module guide and the DMD. Okay. All of the teaching materials would be under this thread. Yeah. Next week, yeah, while teaching starts, for each module there is a macro site, and they direct you to the teaching materials of that module. There might be other teaching materials published under there, yeah. And the relevant module information would be provided there. And very importantly, class discussion. If you have any questions, yeah, just create a new thread and raise it over there. Yeah. Some early birds already started working on it, but to officially say the tutors wouldn't respond until next week. But this tutor, Sue, she's really good. She's already done something. Okay. And assignments. Under assignments, at the moment is empty because nothing is set up yet. Once the assignment is set up, there would be different entrance. Yeah. Assignment 1, 2, 3, assignment information, briefing, and deadline, and etc. Those information. So here are really the way how you use module website. Okay. Okay, I already quickly demoed how to use StartNet at the program website level and the module level. Any questions? If you have any question, you can type on the chat box and I try to answer you. Okay, it seems everybody is happy. If that's the case, I'm sorry, I'm a bit running over time. And our associated team on teaching and learning is already she's already ready to meet you. So I'm going to stop here. And finally, I would like to say, I'm very glad to meet you here. And I do hope you will enjoy your study with us and be successful on the program. Stephen is. Thank you very much, Stephen, for your comment. If you have any further questions, if you have any questions, please do email me under the program homepage. You should be able to find my email address. Thank you very much, everybody. Very glad to meet you here today. Bye for now. Bye. Thank you.